here. My apologies. It's just something that's been going on frequently lately. Anyways, I'm just going to move on. Enough blabbing. I'm so sorry about that. What I see going on here, guys, for the people that have little to no communication, you have your star card. Something's coming in. You're getting a wish come true. You've been doing some kind of calling in of the soulmate. The Ten of Cups means this person is going to come forward and emotionally give you some kind of satisfaction. This person is going to make you feel good again. You're going to have a moment of ecstatic behavior. Hi guys, you're back. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Please forgive. Please forgive. Okay, so I'm going to keep going here. Sorry, I keep moving the camera. So you guys are going to have this moment of happiness. This is an elation. This could be you have sudden contact and you're on top of the world. You're like, oh yeah, baby, we're in union. We're going to be in union tomorrow. Things are moving forward. I'm getting the answers of my prayers. Everything's going beautiful, right? The tower already came down. You think you're over it. You're like, hell to the yes. That's what you're thinking. Then all of a sudden, you're dealing with this Seven of Pentacles. All of a sudden, you went from, oh, I thought I was getting what I wanted, the wish to my, the answer to my prayers. And now this is what I'm dealing with. Look at the next part. You're dealing with the Seven of Pentacles, so it starts to hit you in the middle of the week. I have to wait still. I'm not done. This journey is not complete. Then you have the Five of Swords. Oh shit, here comes the arguing. Are we really going to go back and forth again? We were just happy. We had the moment of our lives. Maybe you shared in a moment of passion. Maybe you had one beautiful night. They came through. You connected on such a high emotional level. Everything was perfect, perfect. It couldn't be any better. You were finally seeing eye to eye. Then you have to wait. Now your communication is shitty again. Now you have the testing, the Five of Swords. This must change. It's not going to stay put this way. But you're still dealing with it. You're still going back and forth. Somebody is still King of Wands in this energy. Like I said, the King of Wands is very fixed. He wants it his way or the highway. I know better than you do. I'm 100% in control. I will not relent. I will not change my ways. I know what I want. I'm going to get it. You're right. I'm sexy. You're right. I have passion for you. You're right that I love you. You're right that this is a spiritual connection. This is all good things. But I'm going to hold my ground. I'm still not willing to be back into union yet. Seven of Pentacles. I'm still not willing to be into union yet. This right here is keeping up the fight. Keeping up with the Joneses, keeping the same scenario going and going and going again. Ring around the rosies, bag full of posies. Here we go again. Here we go again. And you're just like, what in the actual, seriously, Five of Swords? And you're kind of thrown for a loop because look over here. You just had a great time. You just were happy. Are you kidding me? That's what you're saying. Are you kidding me? Please tell me you're joking. I worked so hard to get where I am. I fought my way tooth and nail. And what swords are enlightened? Do you see the two swords in the back? They're dark. Now you see the three swords enlightened in the front. They're glowing. What does that mean? Three swords. You got it. Heartbreak. Heartbreak. 1 minute you're up. The next minute you're down. Now, the tarot sees the hidden things. They don't see things that are not supposed to be there. They don't see things that everybody else sees. The tarot sees that you are calling this person in. You are going to get your promised Ten of Cups. You are going to receive this gift. But you still have to wait. And what do you have to do? You have to be triggered. So here you are triggered. Dealing with who? A controlling person. Your trigger, people, everyone who's in not communication, your trigger is the other person is unwilling to budge. They're unwilling to take an action or a move towards union. They're unwilling to make any kind of effort physically in the third dimension towards you. And they're looking at you like, yeah, I love you. Yeah, I want you. Yes, I desire you. But I'm not willing to make any actual efforts. And like I said, what does this do to you? Let me see if I can fix this. This is super duper annoying. What does this do to you? Seriously, come on. Let me fix this real quick, guys. Redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous. Okay. All right. Cut it out. Thank you. Cut it out. All right. What does this do to you guys? You know it makes you 9 of Swords. You know it does that to you. It's your trigger. You're in no communication. You've just now been triggered. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys that have no contact. Expect you to call in your soulmate, them to come through within 2 weeks, and then you have to wait for communication again. You are going to be triggered because this person is a little bit controlling. You're being asked to find strength in this situation. You're being asked to overcome 8 of Swords, trapped in your thoughts and in your fears and in your anxieties. The terrified. These are those questions. Am I good enough? What's wrong with me? Who are they talking to? Why don't they want me? You are being asked to overcome the fears and thoughts in your head that are an illusion, because this entire dimension is an illusion. It's an experience for the universe. You're meant to overcome this so you can keep calling in your person so they will change because the energy shifted. Then you have the Ace of Cups. All right, there is going to be rejuvenation of this love. There is going to be a new beginning. You do have to wait, but there is going to be a new beginning. Don't lose hope. See, this is where the universe fucks with you. Excuse my French, guys. I'm sorry. This is why the universe messes with you. And it's kind of funny, but it's not. The universe goes and gives you what you want because it wants you to have faith. It wants you to keep trying, to pray, to meditate, to call in your soulmate. And then it gives you what you want because it wants you to have faith that what you're doing works. But then it triggers you to see if you're really able to have a foundation long-lasting for this relationship. Are you really going to be as strong as you claim you are to the universe? So they're going to test you. And see the smoke coming out of the dragon's nose? Oh, okay, so you're a badass now? Oh, you're a badass meditation, high priestess, spiritual guru, badass, right? You've overcome the world. You've overcome adversity. You've overcome your programming. You've overcome it all, right? You're a badass? You've tamed your beast. And the universe is testing you. You've tamed your beast, right? You deserve enlightenment. You deserve everything that you're asking for. Is that true? Imagine the universe asking you this question. Is that true? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let me bring something else down and see how you react. Let me interrogate you. Are you going to plead the fifth? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to test you now. I'm going to give you what you want, give you a taste, so you're all happy, and then I'm going to rip it away. What are you going to do? Are you going to let your emotions rule you, or are you going to rule your emotions? That's the trigger. Now, what's going to happen when you rule your emotions? Ooh, I just got some good shit, guys. I got some good stuff. When you rule your emotions, you have Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Two of Cups. You have now become a badass. You have a new beginning. A new relationship with the person that is your match. Hold on, let me put this here. Which is your king. So when you have mastered your emotions, and notice the Two of Cups, and we've had the twos since the beginning of my reading in the first video. Sorry it got cut off, but you had the 2 and the 2. It's all about teamwork. It's all about seeing eye to eye. It's all about having balance. It's all about overcoming with your partner, working together, being a team. And ultimately, you both need to be on the same accord. Ultimately, you both need to have power. And let me tell you one thing about this King and Queen of Wands. This is your issue with the no contact. It's like you're going to get what you want, then you don't. Then you have to master your feelings. And if you don't, you're going to be stressed out again. This is a constant trigger. If you are a twin flame and you are being constantly triggered, you are constantly getting the in and out opportunity for happiness, and then it founders. And then you have some huge testing, some big trial. And you find yourself in the energy of obsession. You find yourself in the energy of complete stress, complete sadness, complete despair. You've been taken and overcome by your feelings. Imagine this claw is your feelings and your emotions. You have been grabbed and controlled and dragged away by your fears and your feelings. If you are in this energy now, or last week, or it happens periodically whenever you get triggered, I'm not putting blame on people. I'm just saying that this needs to be overcome. And you may very well keep being given in and out opportunities. This is that person. This is that person that you love coming in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And your twin is triggering you. And there's a reason that the universe has this madness. And it's so you both can overcome and become strong. And notice how she has overcome the claw. She has overcome the beast, and the beast has not overcome her. Do you see that? That's the beast within. Yo, it's devotion, not obsessing. Okay, Robert Peter. But there is a difference between losing yourself and gaining yourself. This is devotion. This is losing. This is winning. This is losing. You're either going to overcome your devotions and your obsessions and be bigger and better than any of it, or it's going to overcome you. And it's going to take you down. It's going to take you really far down. And you're going to be put in the same position where you're being forced and asked the same question. Am I going to become stronger than my emotions, or are they going to be stronger than me? Because they might be a douchebag? What does that mean? I think I'm lost on these comments. My DM says this is not real now. She takes too many pills, I think. Okay. These are all triggers. I don't, and let me see if I'm going back in my comments. Okay, Robert Peter, I don't know what's going on with you, but this is definitely going on with you. And you need to overcome this. Okay? This is not devotion. This is being lost and controlled by what you desire and what hurts you. It's the bittersweet. What you love the most can hurt you the most. Whoever you love more than the world will hurt you more than the world. Hi, Pretty Limitless. So anyways, back to what I'm saying with communication versus no communication. Let's get this pony on the road. Let's start overcoming our emotions, overcoming our stress and anxiety, and our constant looping of thoughts. These are thoughts. Let me just, and I'm going to just kind of talk, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but let's just mention a few things here with this card. What could this be? What are they doing? Who are they talking to? Why are they not reaching out to me? I need to do a reading to see what's going on in their energy today. If you wake up in the morning and you're thinking, what are they doing today? If you go to bed at night and you're thinking, what are they doing right now? But if it's not in a good way, and I'm not saying that's bad. I love thinking about my divine masculine in the morning and in the night. I love them. But if it becomes an anxiety, that's the difference. You can think about them morning, noon, and night in this energy, and it's not going to hurt anybody. They will be your strength. You will send them good vibes and good positive energy. But if you think about them in an anxiety kind of way, you are going to give off negative vibes, low vibrations, and fear. So like attracts like. What I'm trying to get at, my point that I'm trying to make with communication versus no communication is like attracts like. If you're giving this energy out and the fears have overcome you, the less and less communication you will get, and the more difficult communication you will get. When you're giving out the vibration and communication and feelings of peace, strength, overcoming, high priestess energy, if you notice that you have manifested this communication, realize that you never manifested this when you were hurt. You manifested this when you were strong, when you were meditating, when you found your strength, when you were at peace and you were calm and confident. You went out and got those candles. You sat down on that floor and you meditated and you prayed and you set your chakras straight in a line and you cleared yourself and you purged and you felt good. When that happened, you manifested this opportunity. But you will be tested again. You will be tested again. And are you going to stay here and keep manifesting this? No matter the adversity, because now you've overcome your emotions. Or, are your emotions going to manifest this? What about those that do have the positive vibes and still no communication? Then this would be reverse. This would be not you. And remember, all these messages can be reverse. This could be not you. This could be them. Repelling you. It doesn't necessarily have to be you in this energy. It could be them in this energy. It's a repetitive cycle. And again, it is two people together that are causing these back and forth energies. This energy is, okay, I feel it's over. This reading is on the nose and it's making me not like my twin. So if he comes with communication, I don't think I want to respond. I don't want to go through that again. Oh, pretty limitless. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just saying, yeah, this is a freaking shit show and it's a lot of energy. It's super difficult. I am very sorry. I am very, very sorry. I will give you, let me give you some hope. Look, I'm not the kind of reader that's going to just spit you out rainbows and roses every reading. Sometimes it's hard to hear. Sometimes it's hard to take and it's hard to swallow. But I can promise you one thing. It will be the absolute truth that I feel. I will not mess with your life and tell you things that I think are not true or things that are going to damage you in any way. I want to be honest with you and tell you what's really going on. And when you have two stubborn people, or let's just say one, I want you also to remember each person has a very high ego. I'm right. No, I'm right. I'm perfect. No, I'm perfect. I'm 100% positive. Nope, I'm 100% positive. I know what I'm doing. No, I know what I'm doing. This is the right way. No, this is the right way. Ugh. And you both have your backs turned towards each other instead of like this. Do you see that? And let me tell you something. I had the transformation card in the beginning of the reading on my first video. If you both are refusing the transformation death card, and it is in reverse in your life, this is not going to come to be eye to eye. Somebody must fold. And the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, they both don't want to fold. Somebody has to fold. And a lot of the enlightened ones will be the one to fold. But here's where it gets even more tricky and more frustrating and makes more of you guys want to run as far from this journey as possible. And don't get stressed out when I tell you this. When the more enlightened person folds and they have relented and taken on the transformation and they have accepted the tower and the death of themselves, they have the hardest job of all the people. Because now they have to overcome. And here's where it's going to get tricky, and stay with me, stay with me. I'm going to pull out a few cards that I know it is. They have to overcome 8 of Swords, Strength. Let me get the other ones, because I know which ones they are. Oops. Dark Night of the Soul. I'm sorry, that's 4 of Pentacles. Hang on. Dark Night of the Soul is one of them. Let me grab it. Spirit, give me Dark Night of the Soul. Come on, there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, 10 of Swords. Thank you. Thank you. Where's my other one? Oh, shiznit. Where's my other one? Okay. There's one more. Where is it? Where's my death card? I just saw you. Don't play with me. Don't you dare play with me. Okay, well, it's also 9 of Swords. It's Temperance. It's the Lovers. I'm going to get my, there's a reason to my madness. Just stay with me here for a second. Stay with me for a second. Okay. Where is it? It's not 10 of Wands. It's not that. 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 Give me my stuff. Stop playing with me. Okay. Death, where are ya? Come on. You know, I can't just sit here and pull the whole entire deck. Thank you. Okay. Here is what you're going to overcome as the enlightened person. Let me hold this up here so you can see. Enlightened person who folds. Here's what you're going to overcome, which is a lot worse than what you were overcoming in the first place. It's like, are you telling me that when I bend, it only gets harder? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. And that's why a lot of people want to run as far away from this journey as humanly possible. And you're not alone in that energy. Let me hold up all the baddies. Get to the goodies. Oh, Lord Almighty. Lord Almighty. Okay. All right. Now we can see. So here's the shit show. Once you have overcome folding for your person, because one person has to fold. This is what makes the journey so hard. Somebody has to fold and bend and change and transform. Eventually, somebody has to give in, because this back and forth is bullshit, right? Somebody has to bend. Okay, we've got past that. Here's what comes up. We have 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Death, Tower, the Devil card, the 5 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. You have to overcome letting go of your pain, forgiving them completely with no grudges. You have to let go of your illusions and fears that they are happier with somebody else, that they don't want you, that you literally are living an illusion, that you are not seeing reality. You have to accept that what you see in this dimension is false, and these fears are setting you up for manifestation failure. Then you have to have your big transformation. This is a death and transformation. You have to kill your ego. You have to kill your ego. Completely sacrifice yourself, who you are, what you want, everything, and have peace with the universe, letting go of the reins, setting yourself adrift, and having absolute 100% faith that by your sacrifice, good will come. Then the tower must fall. After the tower falls and you have finally become enlightened and literally you're a lighter person, you are no longer burdened with heavy, heavy hardships and stresses and anxieties. Then you have to do this. Again, dark night of the soul. Now you're dealing with loss. Now you're dealing with you lost who you are. You don't have your person yet. You're feeling empty and you're feeling like I've been wronged and shafted. Now the reality sits in. Remember, the pentacles are physical. They're in the third dimension. They are reality. Go to your room. They are reality. So you have to all of a sudden face reality that you have just transformed yourself. You're a new person and you're vulnerable. And you took a hit to your ego and everything about you. And now you're faced with another trial and tribulation. Once you've overcome that, which is freaking hard, then you have to start overcoming this. This is codependency back to your old ways. Now that you've overcome yourself through a night or a day or a week of transformation, now you're over here like, do I go back to my old ways of crying, fighting, lashing out at this person who has now caused me loss? Do I yell at him in the universe? Do I yell at him in person? Or her, however this works. Do I get mad at the world? Do I turn to drinking? Do I turn to laziness? Do I turn to depression? Do I turn to whatever Ketu is? Okay, Rahu Ketu. Do I turn to Ketu? This is everything that I know. Whatever you do you go back to what you already knew to feel comfortable again? This is a chain and a bondage. Now you have to release how you normally fall. It's like if you're used to falling a certain way, every time you get hurt, you fall down and you pick yourself up a specific way. Now you have to let that specific way go and do something new. Anyways, now you're dealing with your hurt. Now you have your broken heart, your Three of Swords. You're distraught. You're brokenhearted. You're empty. Okay? You're very much in pain and you're having to heal that pain. Then you have the Eight of Swords. You are trapped in your pain. You start getting these horrible thoughts in your head that you're not worthy, that they don't want you, that they want somebody else, that, you know, when you're going through this transformation and you're so low and you've just shot down your ego, expect that you're not going to be on your best behavior. You're going to feel very, very bad about yourself. You've let down your guard. You're very vulnerable. So you're hurting. Your scars are exposed. Your wounds are reopened. There's salt on the wound. So naturally, you're going to start attacking yourself and feeling weak at your weakest point. Okay? So you have to overcome this again. So it's like, this is what's hard about this journey. Once you've overcome something and you folded, you're not done. You're not done. Something else is going to fall, and now you have to overcome that. You have to overcome this very gentle, delicate new being that has just been coming out of the womb, just come out of her cocoon, just transformed. You're a new, egoless being. There's no shell protecting your ego. There's nobody protecting you. There's nobody building you up and saying you're this and you're that. You are now feeling the complete and utter loss of who you once were. It's sad. It's a death, and you must mourn. You must mourn and you must heal. Now, when you have overcome that, here's where the good stuff starts to come in. Once you're starting to overcome this depression, these thoughts, these very bad ideas in your head about yourself and your love life, questions are going to start coming up about this journey. Is this journey for me? Is this my divine twin? Is this my person? Am I even supposed? Maybe this whole spiritual journey is shit. Maybe I'm whacked out. I don't know how I got caught up in this conspiracy. Whatever it is, you're going to be having thoughts. and doubts. When you get to this point, now it gets tough, right? You're like, damn, I thought it was hard wielding and letting go of my ego and letting myself transform in meditation and thoughts for this person to let them get their way. I brought my tower down. I brought my old programming down. I brought who I was down. I did transform. Why am I hurting again? Shouldn't I be getting the star? Shouldn't I be feeling better and having hope? No. Now you're vulnerable. That's the truth. Now, anyways, now that you're overcoming your thoughts, you're becoming spiritually and mentally and physically changed. You're now overcoming everything. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. You are now overcoming all three very important areas in your life of who you are as a person. Now that you have conquered this, this is peace in the dark night of the soul. You have found peace in loss. You have let go. You have understood. This is the equivalent of having somebody murdered and that person getting away scot-free. And you have the choice to be a vigilante, or you have the choice to let karma come back at them. And you have every faith that the universe will. It is mind over matter. Like that new movie, the Peppermint movie, the mom lost her daughter and her husband to a shooting by gangsters, and she went on a rampage to get vengeance on them. That's what this is. Are you going to choose to get vengeance on the universe and lash out at the universe for your pain and get your own karma and just be pissed off and go through whatever? Or are you going to relent, overcome your thoughts, handle this loss in a new way that is very not in the world? You're not going to handle this as if you are of the world. You're not going to handle this like a normal person, like the advice your best friend is going to give you, like the advice your mother is going to give you. You're not going to handle this like anyone can tell you. The psychologist on TV, the Oprah show, none of that. Pharmaceutical drugs from therapists. Oh, you have depression? Let me give you a drug that will not only make you homicidal and suicidal and more depressed, but it will make you gain weight and, have diarrhea every day and wish you would die. No. You're not going to take those pharmaceuticals. You're not going to take the advice of your mother. Oh, he's not good enough for you. She's not good enough for you anyways. You deserve better. They're no good. They're a horrible person. How could that person do this to you? Screw them. They're a piece of SH sugar honey iced tea. All right? That's the advice you're going to get. And I'm going to tell you right now on my channel, that is not spiritual advice. Oh, they shot and killed my soulmate. I should go shoot and kill that murderer. He deserves it. Maybe we should plan some kind of a vigilante massacre on that man and his family. That's not a spiritual way of thinking of this. It's not. You cannot be a vigilante on this journey. And that's something that we have to overcome. That there are going to be situations that will not be righted. There is going to be injustice. There is going to be loss. There is going to be pain. There is going to be sadness. And karma is going to come to us all. When we let go of our fear and our control over the entire situation of our life, we have completely set ourselves adrift, letting the universe take control. And I don't mean for a week or 2 weeks or a year. Permanently. You have completely brought down a part of yourself that will never return. It will never return. You've killed the beast. You are changed. You are no longer that person. You've overcome the dark night of the soul. You You didn't stay in the dark night of the soul for 3 hours and then run out the exit door because it started to get really heavy. You overcame your mental anxieties, your crying, your fears, your depression, your sadness, your uncomfortableness. And Robert Peter, no, nobody is untouchable. That is a pile of bullshit. There's nobody in this entire universe that's untouchable. Completely. If you know anything about astrology, you know that much. It's science. There is not people out there that are untouchable. There are people that get karma in the next life, not this life. And maybe you're referring to those people. Why are the evil people in this lifetime getting everything they want? Like Harvey Weinstein or the Clintons or whoever. They get everything they want no matter what they do. They're never hurt. They are untouchable in our eyes. Are they really? Do they not suffer health consequences? Do they not suffer an early death? Do they not suffer loss in their own family? Do they not get reincarnated, handicapped, deaf, blind, mute, facing some kind of horrible karma of enslavement? You never escape karma. You may not get it in this life, but you will get it in the next life. That's a promise. That's an astrology. That's Rahu Ketu. That's your 8th house. Where does your karma lie? Your karma lies in your chart. You can see it. You can see it. It's sitting right there in front of you. Open your birth chart. Your Ketu is your past life. Your Rahu is what you are to gain and overcome in this life. Check those out. Anyways, once you've overcome these thoughts and these fears and you've conquered the dark night of the soul, how fast that happens is up to you. You gain this, the strength. You gain your strength. You become conquered. You have your lover. This is the lover's card. You have conquered your demons. You have overcome adversity. You have overcome loss. And in one sense, you are one with yourself and you are one with them. When you are one with yourself and one with the universe, your twin, your spiritual soulmate, will be with you in this lifetime because you have become balanced. And in turn, they also must become balanced. When this occurs, where's my other card? When this occurs, and you have found your strength, and you have, this is temperance, okay? And you have found your strength, and you have become tempered. You have tempered yourself. You have tempered your thoughts. You have tempered your body. Your body no longer controls you. You control it. Your mind no longer controls you. You have controlled it. Your fears no longer control you. You're no longer scared of death. You're no longer scared of loss. You're no longer scared of communication versus no communication. You have become enlightened. You have learned that there is a divine orchestrated intervention in your experience of this life. And there is a rhyme to this, there's a reason to this rhyme. There is a divine purpose inside you for your gifts. And all of a sudden, like somebody just turned on the lights and they just switched the lights on, all of a sudden it clicks. I care more about me and my gifts than I do about them. I care more about the universe and the beauty that it holds with karma versus no karma, happiness versus misery. I see the beauty in dark and light, shadow side and the sun side. I see the beauty in both sides of this life. I embrace them both. I realize there can be no good without evil, and there can be no evil without good, and we must be working together in tandem. We must be balanced. I must embrace my dark night of the soul. I must love my dark night of the soul as much as I love my 10 of Cups, because without one, I wouldn't have the other. And I welcome adversity and sadness and loss. And I breathe it in and I become stronger. I become stronger because of it. And I am able to help others and help myself and feel good and know one thing for a fact, that nothing, not death, not loss, not gain or sorrow, will ever rule me again. That I will find peace in my storm. I will find peace in myself, whether that person comes in or out of my life or stays or goes or dies or lives. I will have overcome my codependency of the human body, which is your serotonin and dopamine inflow and influx. Do you have it? Do you not? Have you guys ever, this is being spiritually enlightened. A lot of people, scientists, psychologists won't agree with this. There's a lot of very serious scientific people. A lot of Aquariuses won't agree with this. There's a lot of Tauruses that won't agree with this. There's a lot of Capricorns or Virgos that won't agree with this because they're very fixed. But let me tell you, mind over matter, mind over body. These unique people that have overcome this adversity, these are the people that overcome cancer by thinking that they can overcome cancer. These are the people that can overcome sickness and enemies by simply believing they're going to do it. These are the people that can walk again once they've been told they've been paralyzed for life, and they do it. These are the people that create magic. These are the people that can create miracles. These are the people like Jesus. Believe and you will achieve. Have faith and you will succeed. You can move mountains. These are those people that everyone else will ostracize, criticize, put down, call you crazy, call you insecure, call you weak. And you know, if you're enlightened, that you are not weak. You're actually very strong. Because it takes a very, 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 very strong person to overcome themselves. Where's my damn card? It takes a very strong person to overcome this and mentally come out knowing that they are a winner, even when they're losing. That there's always something to gain in every loss. That nothing is truly gone. It's always yours. And I'm going to give one more example before I close on this no communication. It's like when you lose somebody to death and you're faced with the most difficult loss of your life and you cannot breathe. And then all of a sudden, you feel their presence and you feel they're still there. They're still alive. They're around you. You feel them. You hear them. You see them in your dreams. You realize they're not gone.